What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are new to the channel, I am your host, as always, Rashid White. All right, so let's get into the video over here, man. Deadline, man. There was a whole lot of rumors, a whole lot of talk out there saying Ben Simmons was on the move. And listen, I never believed any of that from the beginning. Listen, Ben Simmons is going through a knee injury right now, and I've been arguing with a lot of people, and they just don't seem to understand like the back surgery that he's actually went through. It's going to take him probably a full year to get that explosiveness back, that confidence back. Again, like I said before, there's psychological hurdles that, you know, as a basketball player, when you have a lower extremity injury, that you actually have to get through just to make sure that the trust is there. You don't kind of like playing it safe. At the end of the day, these people are human beings. Now, I'll give you an example. You look at Porzingis. You know, he came off his ACL tear, up and down, and look at him now. He's probably playing some of the best basketball like a year later or 2 years later from the knee injury. It's the same thing with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was, before his knee injury this year, looked like pre-KD, where he was actually guarding, you know, and scoring. You know, last year you didn't see any, you know, you saw him playing a little defense, but again, there's just like a certain trust you got to actually have when it comes to these type of injuries. These people are human beings at the end of the day. So Ben Simmons, and you see, like in the Chicago game, they were actually looking for him. You know, Spencer Dinwiddie was actually passing him the ball. And I said this about a couple of weeks ago when Kyrie Irving was on his team, is that Ben Simmons would bring the ball up. Now, Ben Simmons just can't bring the ball up from full court to half court and then just try to drive and go, you know, not in that type of situation, not in a half court situation. You know, fast break is a little bit different, you know, but if they're bringing the ball up, he has to pass it. You know, they're going to, you know, make him get rid of the basketball if he tries to go and drive. So you got to try to pass it, move the ball around. Ben Simmons sets a screen, and Kyrie wasn't giving him the ball back, you know, and a lot of those losses, like the OKC loss, the San Antonio loss. I don't think he played the San Antonio game, but a lot of the losses, I mean, Kyrie's, that's why I made the video, is Kyrie Irving, you know, playing for a contract, or he's actually playing championship basketball? You know, because when he actually gets the ball, is he going to go up and he's going to chuck and shoot a lot of bad shots? You know, so that's the thing. And I saw Spencer Dinwiddie. I like the way they actually looked together on the floor. You know, they were actually looking for each other. There was a lot more ball movement, no hero basketball. Definitely trust, keyword in basketball, trusting your actual teammates. And I wasn't seeing that in Kyrie Irving that 2-week stretch when KD went down. Now, during the Knicks game, I actually saw it. I mean, he was actually moving the basketball, making the extra pass. If he had a good shot, he would turn it down for a great shot. So I seen that with Kyrie Irving, but you really, you know, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. So that's one of the problems too. I mean, they don't, you know, that's another thing with Jacques Vaughn. They can actually spread the floor out and say, hey, you know, if Ben Simmons has a matchup, you know, just post up. I did a video showing Ben Simmons in the 42-point game that he was posting up Bogdanovich, who's 6'8", 225 pounds. You know, so there's no reason why, you know, Jacques Vaughn can't really go to that. You know, so that's on him as a coach right there. Now, I get it. Everybody looks at Ben Simmons. You know, he was supposed to be the next, oh, he's supposed to be the next LeBron James, and oh, he's supposed to be the next Magic Johnson. Now, I understand that these guys are really young. It takes time. Look at Mikal Bridges. I mean, how many years? It takes time for these guys to kind of morph into. Ben Simmons, he missed his first year. Then you had 3 years. Missed last year, a year and a half, going through injuries. It takes time for these players to actually really, truly, you know, usually like about 27 to 29 is when you see everything actually comes together. Now, people actually want Ben Simmons to shoot more. Again, if he's going against 6'2", 6'3" point guards, and he is the actual point guard of this team, and he has, let's say, Chris Paul guarding him, or like, let's say, a Jalen Brunson actually guarding him, do you want him to actually shoot jump shots, or do you want him to actually try to take the ball, take the ball off the dribble, post him up? Now, there's a lot of people keep saying to me, oh man, the NBA, they shoot too many threes. They shoot too many threes. Well, we have a player that doesn't shoot any threes, and then y'all get mad at him for saying that he's not shooting threes. I'm like, what's going on with you people, man? What the hell's going on with people? You guys gotta stop listening to the media. Stop listening to the Charles Barkley and to the Shaquille O'Neals. They're not a point guard. A point guard's job is to actually organize the offense, get everybody else involved first, and then go ahead and look for your shot. A true definition of a point guard. So I'm glad Ben Simmons is actually here. He's actually one of my favorite players in the NBA. And I think I'm the only guy in sports media that's actually rooting for him, man. Like, he's one of my favorite players. He has such a high basketball IQ. I know you're saying, oh, he had 2 points. Listen, when even like in that Chicago game, when there was single coverage, he attacked and he's double teamed. He actually passes the ball and he doesn't force shots. What is so bad about that? What is so bad about that? I mean, I showed videos on this channel. You can go look for them, or I can link them in the description right there. I broke down videos, when he had the 0 points and I think 13 assists in that game. I mean, every time that man would touch the ball, they would double team him and get the ball out of his hands, and he would just pass it out to a wide open shooter. Now, because of the knee injury, he's probably on a minutes restriction, so, I mean, and again, when you have Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Ben Simmons on one team, it's a pecking order. So you said the offense is actually going to run through KD and Kyrie, and then if anything else breaks down, you can give the ball to Ben Simmons, and he can actually go look to do something as a pass or score. There's only one basketball. There's one basketball. All right, so I just want to tell the audience that is one basketball. You cannot. That's just what the coach wants, That's the pecking order. Now, I wish it could be a little bit different, where you could run the offense through Ben, and then KD and Kyrie could just be somewhat, for a good length of time, catch and shoot players. But listen, that's the offense that Jacques Vaughn was actually running, so he can get frustrated all he wants. He wanted to simplify the offense. Well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, he didn't have a chance to really have a full training camp. I mean, he took over the team, like, 15-something games in. No, like 10 to 15. Yeah, 10 games in. So, and before you actually say, oh, Ben Simmons came off the bench, so did Chris Middleton. All right? So, I'll wrap this video up. Ben Simmons actually survives, thank God. He's a matchup nightmare for opposing point guards. And, I mean, every time he has the ball, you guys send help, and the numbers actually show that they're actually really good with him on the floor. The ball moves. The ball moves faster than what a person can actually move. So love me some Ben Simmons. Hopefully he's here for the future. I think by the playoffs he'll actually get it back. I think we probably could see like maybe 80 to 85% of the old Ben Simmons. And the following season we can actually see the real Ben Simmons actually emerge. And hey, one more thing, he actually took a three-pointer. He actually shot a 3. He was 0 for 1. And the form, I think it looked pretty decent. I think it looked pretty decent. All right, so I'll wrap the video up. Like the video, please comment, subscribe, certainly share this video. And when you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace out.